Hello, Susie. So right behind you, I can see an enormous dish that looks very much like our acquisition of signal icon.
G'day.
Is that the one that we're actually going to be using to try and talk to the JUICE spacecraft?
Yes, so this is Norcia 1. This is our 35-metre main antenna here at Norcia, and we're currently having a go at acquiring JUICE as we speak. As you can see, we're up a little ways away from the horizon already, so the spacecraft is up in the sky here. Conditions here are really good, really nominal, and we're waiting for the signal to come in from the spacecraft.
So that does look like an enormous dish. Does that track it straight away, or is there another dish that sort of can move faster and get a hold of the spacecraft before this massive, enormous dish does?
Yeah, so for these early acquisitions of spacecraft that are still close to the Earth, we cheat a little bit because we've got such a big dish here with Norcia 1. It has a very, very, very narrow beam, so it's only able to spot a spacecraft in a very small, very well-defined area. Because we aren't completely sure where JUICE is yet, there might be a little bit of variation in its trajectory, although I hear everything's nominal so far. We use a smaller antenna, which is up behind me on the hill, called Norcia 2, and that's a 4.5-metre antenna, and it has a beam width that's close to 10 times as big, so it's about half a degree. So if JUICE is up there and it's transmitting to us, we'll see it. So as soon as JUICE gets its act together and gets its attitude stabilised and starts talking to us, we'll definitely hear that signal.
Yeah, JUICE is keeping us all guessing at the moment. So how long can this dish actually track JUICE for? Is it for the whole day, or how does that work?
Yeah, so our nominal mission tonight will be about 7 hours from AOS right the way through to what we call LOS, loss of signal. So we'll track up into the sky up to about 50 degrees, and then while we're doing that, JUICE is moving away from the planet, and the planet's rotating underneath JUICE. So it'll actually come up, and rather than going over the other side like a normal satellite that's in Earth's orbit would do, it'll actually go up and then come back down as the spacecraft moves away and as the Earth rotates underneath. So we'll see, if you're still watching in 7 hours, which I'm sure you won't, we'll see the antenna set again, pretty much back where we came from. Yes, Susie,
I've got some great news for you. We have acquisition of signal, so I'm going to go over to Bruno in the main control room. This is super ace news.
Wow. What can I say? These are the words that every spacecraft operations engineer wants to hear. And Andrea Comazzo just said them to us. He said, we have acquisition of signal. The spacecraft is transmitting telemetry. It's flowing into our systems. Everybody's super excited, super happy. Well, it's a lot of work from now onwards, and we have to keep on going. So we'll keep reporting back how we're doing. First of all, we've reached a fantastic milestone. The spacecraft is alive. You start seeing Mount Everest popping up there in the plot right now. The telemetry is flowing and nominal. We will now start checking every subsystem to make sure that everything is healthy after this crazy ride into space. And then we'll report back to tell you how we're doing. Back to you, Matt.
Thanks so much, Bruno. I mean, I think it's actually made it more exciting, yes. Now, don't forget, you can get involved at home and ask questions. And we are on a roller coaster, so we've just hit our first of our milestones. We've got one more really big one coming up. So if you fancy joining in, asking questions, then please do send in your facts. So I'm going to be joined in a second after I show you a video about how exciting this whole journey has been for mankind, getting here to send a spacecraft off to Jupiter.